Hi, it's Heather Lisle here, and today we're going to be talking about the 5 steps to host an awesome meeting. So, how many of you have sat in meetings before and the time just drones on and on and on, and you're sitting there thinking to yourself, okay, I can only check my Instagram feed so many times, and I really don't know what the end outcome is of this meeting. Why are we here? What are we trying to achieve? Yada, 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 right? And now you're shaking your head because you've been there probably a million times, just like I have, right? So here's the deal. Did you know that if you purposely plan, you can have an awesome meeting yourself? At least one that you're trying to facilitate. So today I just wanted to talk to you about what are those 5 steps that you can do to help plan for a really great meeting. Meetings do not have to be awful. They actually can be very impactful and really great with a good outcome if you plan ahead. So I have 5 steps. The first step is draft an agenda for your meeting. Okay, this does not have to be complicated. This doesn't have to have a million bullet points. This is just put an agenda out there. What is your end outcome? What do you want to accomplish? And maybe possibly time your agenda as well too. I know for some of those long-winded people, if they know that there's only certain amounts of time that you have to discuss certain key items, of course you as a facilitator need to keep that under control as well too. But sometimes having a timed agenda is a really great thing as well too, to keep the conversation under control. Number 2, what goes on an agenda? Well, again, I always kind of like to start at the end. What's the end outcome? What is it that we're trying to achieve? And then what are all those things that we need to discuss in order to get us there? So it can be as simple as that. Again, I'm not big on tons of items to talk about on an agenda because I think people's time that they can only focus is maybe an hour max. So try to be mindful of that as well too. Number 3, distribute the agenda before your meeting so people can see what's on the agenda. Sounds really simple, but I know we all get busy and it's sometimes hard to do that. But I can assure you that if you're sending out an agenda beforehand, people have some time to think about what it is that they want to bring to the table and what they want to add to the discussion. It really helps your meeting be a lot more impactful and have a better outcome as well too. Number 4, keep the discussion focused. This is really important. So you as the meeting facilitator, you've got to keep the conversation focused on the end outcome, which is what is it that you want to achieve out of this meeting? And again, what are all those things that you need to talk about in order to get there? And again, for those long-winded people, there's some really nice things that you can say to try to reel them in as well too. Something along the lines, something that I've used before as well is we appreciate everything that you have to say, but I'd really like to hear from some other people and call out some of those that haven't had the opportunity to talk much. Again, it's just keeping that discussion focused helps everyone. And number 5, finally, stay true to the allotted time that you have on that agenda. If it's an hour, then by golly, you need to keep it at an hour. Here's the deal. Again, we're all very limited on time and have a ton of things going on throughout our day. And when you, as a meeting facilitator, let that meeting go on and on and on for a little too long, you're going to lose people and people are going to walk out. And sometimes those people that walk out are the people that you really, really need to hear their voice. And chances are they probably won't come back to another meeting again with you if you can't keep the discussion focused and stay true to the time. So my 5 tips, let me just kind of repeat them again. I'm looking back at my notes here. But number 1, draft an agenda for your meeting. Number 2, determine what goes on that agenda. Number 3, distribute the agenda before your meeting so people have an opportunity to review it beforehand. Number 4, keep your discussion focused. And number 5, finally stay true to the allotted time on your meeting agenda as well. So, and one quick thing too, I know sometimes you have to cancel a meeting because of extenuating circumstances or whatnot, but you need to be mindful of how often you cancel a meeting. And again, it's just if you have a meeting to talk about a certain something, people are prioritizing that. And if you continue to cancel meetings for whatever reason or another, that just tells your people that who would be coming that you really haven't prioritized that time. So just be mindful of that. That's all I've got. So 5 big things how to host your meeting, and I'll have it on my blog as well too. So thanks for joining me. Thanks. Bye-bye.